Good Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to Kickin' Chicken West Ashley location for tonight's Mike Houston radio show. And congratulations are in order right off the start of the show here tonight, Coach, as victory number one at the Citadel for you, the first of what I know will be many. So nicely done. I know that you were very pleased with the way your football team played on Saturday night against Gardner Webb, and you get that one out of the way, and a nice way to come back home after being away a little while.
Right. Yeah, and obviously we were very, very pleased with the way we played, and for the first time this year, we really resembled what we want to be as a football team on both sides of the football and in the special teams area. The aggressiveness that we've been pushing our kids to get out of them, and just the way we executed in all phases was much closer to what we're after.
Now, I'm a guy who pays particular attention to what words come out of people's mouths, and when you say resemble the type of football team you want to be, that tells me that, man, it could be a lot better than that.
Yes, because there's still some execution things on both sides of the ball. Pass defense and with our execution running the triple option that we see lots of room for improvement. So and the kicking game, we still have quite a ways to go there. So there's still a lot of improvement to be made, and the kids are working very hard to do that. And but I think that last week kind of showed them what they're capable of. If they stick to doing what we do.
We have some other things we want to talk about with that. We talked a lot about defense, obviously, from the game against Gardner Webb, which the Citadel won 37-14. We'll take a timeout, though, on the Coach Mike Houston radio show, and we'll come back with more in just a few minutes from the Kickin' Chickens West Ashley location. This is the Mike Houston radio show on Sports Radio 1450.
Charleston Crab House has been serving locals and visitors alike for the last 20 years. We have our crispy whole flounder. We have the seared ahi tuna. You name it, in the seafood business, we have it.
Be sure to stop by the Tiger and Leaf Lounge whenever you visit our locations. We have many frozen and specialty drinks, awesome margaritas. One of my favorites is the Wapu Punch.
If you don't like it down in the historic district, come over to James Island, sit on the Intercoastal Waterway. It is an unbelievable view where it's southern seafood at sensible prices and a darn good time.
Well, two things. Now, with no misreads, with running the triple option, he has a give, pull, pitch read on each play. So he's reading the down lineman to whether to give the ball to the fullback in the mesh or pull it, and then if he does pull it, then he reads the pitch key. To whether he keeps it and turns it up or pitches the ball to the halfback. And so, all these things are happening really, really fast. And, defenses give us cross charges and line movement and all this stuff to mix up his keys. And so it's something I don't know if I've ever had a quarterback have a game like that before. It's really just a great performance for him to have no misreads in a ball game. The other thing is, last Saturday we were checking a lot of stuff at the line of scrimmage, and really he never put us in a bad play either. So that's, just from a senior quarterback, obviously we have a great luxury there with him and that ability to go up and execute like that position. So just a great all-around day.
You and I talked about, it's probably been in preseason camp. We talked about the conditioning of the team and eventually how – when it started going the way you wanted it to start going, we were going to be able to see when the momentum of the game had changed. I felt like I saw that on Saturday, especially in the third quarter.
Right.
The time of possession really shifted in that third quarter and kind of snowballed.
They actually had the time of possession in the first half.
Yeah.
So, right there in the third quarter, right after their score, and really from that point and on into the beginning of the fourth quarter, I thought that our conditioning and our toughness and intensity really paid off, which that's kind of what we've been used to as a staff. Our teams traditionally have been, pretty close at the half and then pull away sometime there in the third to late third quarter because of all the physicality from the way we practice. So it's something that this team is starting to do, and hopefully we see some more instances of that throughout the season.
The second half time of possession was almost 2-1, very close to 2-1, and the fourth quarter was kind of obscene 10:08 to 4:52,
Yeah.
and so you were really just, don't get me wrong, I didn't feel sorry, but at the same time, you just see how that, okay, they're coming off the field again. The defense the defense just didn't have much time to rest.
Right.
Their defense, where your offense was concerned.
Right. Yep.
Style. Selection. Service. Quality. Value. See what everyone is talking about. Ashley Furniture Home Store.
Well, you have your impressions coming in, which, obviously it's been one of the top FCS conferences in the country for years. And I felt like and said early on, before the season started, that I thought there was a tremendous amount of parity this year, and that really anybody had a shot at it. And I think we're seeing that kind of take shape with some of the games around the league. That you have just a lot of teams, winning this game, winning that game early in the season, where I think that any given Saturday you may see anybody beat anybody, which should be. Perry Fuel, who's defensive coordinator of the New York Giants, was actually a Lenore-Ryan graduate, and so I had a kind of an open availability with him, and had a chance to visit with him multiple times during my time there, and I visited, I visited all over the place, different college programs and everything. But it's pretty common. We've had a lot of people come visit us at Lenore-Ryan, and this spring it's Citadel, and it's a profession where we're all sharing and stealing from each other, and you may not do it within conference, but inevitably you're going to end up facing people that you share with over time. So it's not that uncommon for a situation like the one you have this week with Coach Ayers and I.
Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance. You're also giving one.
How much interaction is the team having on those road trips?
Good bit. I mean, it's we will have a special teams meeting, and then a side of the ball meeting and a team meeting there on Friday evening. We try not to overdo it, though. I try to give them time to rest. They'll have a little bit of time before our meetings, and then we try to get them to bed pretty early, especially with a kickoff at 1:30 the next day. We try to get them a good night's sleep, there on Friday night, and we'll have a walkthrough again there Saturday morning before we go over to the stadium. So there's time, but you also got to give them time to get off their feet and rest, because really, I talked to them after practice today. From right now until 1:30 Saturday, they've got to prepare their bodies to play that game, and to play in some it'll be a little bit warmer in the afternoon, so they got to be hydrating, putting right things fuel wise into their body, and getting good sleep.
One other statistic to go over. There are 10 teams in all of FCS football that have gotten points every time they've driven inside their opponent's 20-yard line, and the Citadel is one of those. And you had 7 trips inside the red zone against Gardner-Webb, and in all of those instances you got points, 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals,
right.
But still yet, when you get inside the 20, you cash in.
Well, I think, number one, we've always been pretty good offensively in the red zone, with our offense scoring touchdowns. And the other thing is, Eric Goins is getting better each week, our place kicker. He was 3 for 3 with field goals last Saturday night. So I think you're seeing some improvement there. So obviously it's something that when we get down there, it's good to always come away with points.
22nd in the country in field goals is where Eric Goins lies. But it's how about this week's practice? Your heavy work days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
So you've been through 2 of the 3 heavy days. So tell me how that's gone.
Well, I thought I had a pretty physical practice yesterday. I thought we really improved execution-wise today. We'll hope to sharpen that stuff up tomorrow. It's always different playing against a triple option team, and we run the triple. Mm-hmm. But you just, from preseason camp to right now, you had to prepare for a variation against Charleston Southern, but it's still not the same, and it's just so difficult the first couple of days in the week against a team like this. And we've had experience, a ton of experience over the years against teams running this style of offense. And you just got to stay on it, because it's a tackle your responsibility kind of scheme, and it's so everybody fits a certain place, and requires a great amount of discipline. So you do see it improve as the week moves on. So we saw good improvement from yesterday to today, defensively and offensively from an execution standpoint, and hope to finish up tomorrow with a good workout. And I count the walkthroughs pretty significantly also, so have a good one Friday and Saturday moving into Saturday afternoon.
Now, coaches say that the longer they're in the business, the more the losses just grind at you.
Yeah.
And the sooner you put wins behind you. Do you find yourself being in that way?
Yeah, I have a hard time with losses, and that's probably my biggest criticism that I'd give myself, and it's something that a lot of my peers and mentors have said you gotta let go of them a little bit easier. But the wins are mile high, as good a high as you can have in the coaching profession. And boy, you got to get down off that mountain quickly, because if you don't, and if you let it get into the next week, and it's the thing I always caution my teams about, is you got to forget about the game behind you and focus on the one in front of you. Because if you sit and pat yourself on the back too much, you're getting ready to take a pretty hard fall.